Don't worry, there'll be more commercials later. But right now, we're going back to the show.
Any other characters on the list, Sammy?
Yes, actually, we have quite a few more, if you guys could hold on for a little more.
That's fine.
Okay, so up next is the blonde, the beautiful, the rabbit of the Chinese zodiac, Momiji Soma. He is actually one of the richest members due to his father having an office, and it's actually the office where Toru works at.
Ironically enough.
Momiji is actually half German because his mom is from Germany and his dad is Japanese. Momiji is absolutely adorable, cheerful, and is known for his androgynous looks because he can look like a boy and look like a girl if he wants to. It's shown in the anime when he dresses up in like the girl school clothing and he looks fine with it. Cute.
Who's in the forest strolling?
Cheerful.
The birds and the bees sing Momiji.
Just overall bubbly.
Now you stay here and sit still.
Can you hit me? Is everything okay?
And one of the most successful boys because his dad just happens to be one of the richest.
And ironically, that's arguably one of the darkest pasts of the entire Soma clan.
He is bright and happy, but he actually has one of the worst backstories.
But I think we'll save that for you guys to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that we don't want to tell y'all.
We don't want to spoil too much.
Yeah.
Long story short, due to certain reasons, Momiji does not he is basically estranged from his mother.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point in time, and basically it's just his father raising him, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
But
he has
like I said, with his backstory, it's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, he's such a bubbly, nice character, but he's hiding a really, really bad and sad family life behind all of that personality.
Yeah, so personality-wise, he's a lot like Toru.
Mm-hmm. I mean, with him losing his mom in a way, and then Toru losing hers.
Mm-hmm.
That is quite the comparison.
Alright, anyone's thoughts on Momiji? I mean, I've got a few, but I'll let y'all speak first.
Oh, I forgot to state, he actually has a younger sister, and her name is Momo, and she is not possessed by a spirit of the zodiac, so she's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on Momiji? Wah, Kyo's hurting me.
He is my baby boy, and you will leave alone.
It's like, wah, somebody Kyo's hurting me.
You do that too well, by the way.
I'll say this much about Momiji. Initially, I found him annoying as hell, and I thought he was a little fucking kid.
You take that fucking back.
I'm sorry, but to be fair, you can't blame me for this one. But I will say this: to find out he was actually just a year younger than Toru was hilarious enough.
Yes. Yeah, don't be deceived by Momiji's looks. He is only a year younger than our Toru.
And the scary thing about Momiji is that he has a lot of inner strength that you don't see right away, which I actually admire, to be honest. And given his backstory and how his family is pretty much a complete clusterfuck, he's definitely a much stronger person than you would see on the surface. That, and also he said a quote that actually would probably hit close to home for many. He said that he would rather endure both the good and the bad and remember them to the best that he can. So that if he can endure the bad, then basically he could be that much better for it in the long run. That's to be honest, that's pretty much Momiji in a nutshell.
I'll admit, I had concerns what his game was when I first met him and stuff. I was just annoyed with him. Just ugh. I had my fill of him, to be honest.
He's too bubbly for you.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's just that boy seems like he could be a troublemaker and mischievous when he wants to. Especially the one time when he let Toru hug him on purpose just to show her the spirit animal.
Oh yeah,
Well,
he's like, yeah, you know about the spirit, you know about the Chinese zodiac and the curse and the spirits, right? She's like, yeah, okay, cool, I can hug you in the middle of a school festival.
yeah, that's what that's kind of what pissed me off a little.
Crossy?
He is my baby boy, and you all will leave him alone. Plus, I love
He-
his backstory. It kind of hits him. It kind of hits me close to home with that shit.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. Like, there's so much I want to say, but I kind of want to keep it short. Like, it's just a chef's kiss of beauty.
You can relate to
Yeah, I
his
can. Yeah, and other characters as we go along.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's bound to be relatable some way or another.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, since we are done with the playful, the bubbly, and the cheerful, let's go ahead and meet the Somber Dragon of the Chinese zodiac, which he takes the form of a seahorse instead because
Well,
I don't think anybody wants to draw a dragon out in this shit.
that and to be
Okay.
fair, the seahorse is considered to be very dragon-like in some capacity. So,
And to be honest, how do you explain fitting a dragon somewhere in this whole damn thing?
That is true. All right, so the dragon of the Chinese zodiac, Hatori Soma, he is actually the private doctor to the entire Soma family, and he is also the one responsible for suppressing people's memories. It's a form of hypnosis that
Hypnosis.
basically is hypnosis that's passed down by generation. So his father knew, and then the father of his father knew, and so on and so forth. So if anyone were to find out about the Soma's family secret, he would be the one in charge to be able to suppress said people's memories. There was a segment where Yuki actually had childhood playmates and he was playing with them, and all of the kids found out that he was cursed by the rat because somebody accidentally hugged him. So Hattori had to suppress every single one of those kids' memories to forget all of it. He is super tall. He is really, really quiet and very rarely amused, no matter how much his best friends try to, like, poke fun at him.
He's long, tan, and handsome.
Yeah,
I mean,
he is one of the most, like, more like uptight characters. Like, he won't laugh at anything. He's just, what's the word?
he's very serious and stoic.
Yeah, he's a very serious person compared to everyone else in the series. He is also partially blind in one of his eyes because of shit I will not name.
yeah, but but yeah, has erased a lot of memories, which even cost him a love life, which I will not explain either.
Yeah, the worst part is that he was the one responsible for getting rid of the love of his life's memories. But if you guys want to know about that, watch the anime.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw Hattori, I found him very intimidating from first glance. Like, he just gave off this weird vibe, like, I should be careful with around him and shit. Like, it's somebody you shouldn't really mess with and things like that. But
Mhm.
once I got to know him, yeah, it's just like, I just learned some things about him.
Fair point. My personal impression of Hattori, he's very straightforward. He's no nonsense type of dude.
Mm-hmm.
And for better or worse, Hattori, he's got his own skeletons in his closet. Who doesn't, considering he's a cursed Zodiac member? But also how he's also surprisingly self-sacrificing, and to a
Mhm.
minor degree, a bit manipulative, but only to benefit others rather than himself.
Yeah, like that one time where He actually told, I forgot what Shigure was going to say, but he said, "Hey, if you say anything, I will literally spew every single embarrassing thing that you've done ever since you were 4." To Shigure.
Which makes Shigure the troll while people stop.
Yeah, it's like if there's someone to shut Shigure the fuck up, that's Hattori.
Yep.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Hatori there, Crossy?
That's
I have
it.
no thoughts. Just
Is that a good
And
or a bad?
good.
so, as Pain Science will admit this, Zami had a point about something regarding Hattori when we were watching it, like when we were binging it. Hattori, in many ways, is a lot like me personality-wise, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Mad scientist.
Yeah.
There you go.
Go fuck yourself. Well,
Well,
then
Yeah,
again,
it's gonna look like
Don't
Mad
worry, guys,
Scientist.
we're still trying to find the lab.
well, then again, I embrace the mad scientist thing, so fuck it.
Yay.
Woohoo, we did it.
I guess you can say Hattori is something of a mad scientist himself.
Would you want him operating on you, though?
I mean, if I had to pick a fictional character that had to operate on me, I'd pick Hattori. I mean, he's serious. He's a very studious man. He super quiet. Like he gets his shit done.
This is true.
I picked
If I had to pick one anime character that had to like do some life-changing operation on me, all hands on deck, Hattori.
I'll pick Faust.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I'm just
But
being
why,
silly.
though?
I don't know. I was being silly.
I need to test censor what. Crossy, take a look at this real quick in the group chat.
Speaking of which,
Okay.
If it gives you that
real quick.
stare. Crossy, are you considering it?
You don't have to go to the doctor. He'll take care of you.
Eh,
He'll literally cure you of anything.
Pretty much.
If
He's
you
a
need,
doctor.
if someone hurts you and you want their memories erased, I'm sure he'll do it for you, out of love.
Pretty
Love is-
much.
Love is weird if that's
The love is stronger than a golden banana. I said it. There we go.
Anyway, as I was saying,
Anywho,
if that's how he's gonna show love, then I don't know how to feel about that.
Okay,
He's like, if it makes you feel better, I will erase this person's memories and all that.
He at least tries to make it as painless as an issue as
Mhm.
possible. So there is that.
That we know of.
All right. From somber, quiet, and serious, we go into the airhead space cadet, but rather mysterious cow or, well, ox of the Chinese zodiac, Hatsuharu Soma.
Owie.
Yeah, owie. Buckle your seatbelts for this one, guys, because there's not one Hatsuharu, but two Hatsuharu Somas, because he is depicted as having a yin and yang personality. He has the good side, which is easy to get along with. He's nice and, like I said, a space cadet. And then there is the other personality, which people call Black Haru. He gets absolutely enraged. He's calm. He's so really easy to get along with, but the moment he's provoked, you're fucking dead.
Not just that, but also a little tidbit I noted about Hatsuharu when he's in his Black Haru like persona. I had to note take this shit. Basically put, when he's in his normal state, he's very calm, laid back, very patient with everyone. Almost as patient as Momiji. But when he's more triggered, he's more violent, he's more foul-tempered, foul-mouthed. He's also a gigantic pervert.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
a bit of a sadist.
I was gonna say that.
He was also a bit of a sadist when he's
you can
provoked.
say you can actually see such violent tendencies because I will state this, but if you want to know why, you're gonna have to watch the newer anime. But he has become so violent, he actually destroyed an entire fucking classroom.
Yep. Like to say he's got a hair trigger temper is putting it mildly. It's argued that he has a worse temper than even Kyo, and that's saying something.
No, it's due to their backstory. Again, I'm going to leave as is. If you guys want to know what the heck we're talking about, watch the anime. It's only like 24 episodes, 26
20
episodes long. It's not that much,
Yeah, unlike
but
the remake, which is like think like 60 something episodes.
64-ish, I believe. But he refers to Yuki as his first love, actually.
Oh, gay love.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Also, I just posted 2 gifs real quick of Hatsuharu and his different personalities. Basically.
or if you want to be funny like Crossy, you can just take the Photoshop of Haru and Black Haru and put it on Goku and Goku Black. There you go.
Oh my fucking god.
Nah, that's too
No,
easy.
no,
That's
actually
too
no, that's
simple.
too simple. I'd say more like if in the case of the kinder Haru, put him over Tanjiro's body for a second, and then put the black Haru over Inosuke. Because it makes
Yeah.
sense if you think about it, personality
Oh
wise.
no.
Nah, that's too easy.
Speaking of beating each other up, he actually loves to tease Kyo.
Yep.
He loves to pick fights with Kyo. As much as Kyo likes to pick fights with Yuki, it's reverse over here. Hatsuharu loves to pick on Kyo for fights.
Yes, but it's the basis for is mostly friendly competition and rivalry versus the borderline legitimate hatred of Kyo's hatred for Yuki, basically.
By the way, what I just did was very dangerous. And if that had been anyone other than Kyo, they'd probably have been hurt pretty badly, so don't try this at home.
Don't try it here! Who are you even talking to?
Like Hatsuharu basically comes off like he basically picks fights because again the friendly rivalry because they both trained under the same martial arts teacher together.
We will get to that in a few.
I've already
right.
said I think I've said my own personal Max. Fuck, I can't speak. But yeah, I think any personal opinions on Hatsuharu?
I don't really have too much. I don't have too much of an opinion on him. He's very interesting, if that's one way to put it. But I got nothing to say about him.
Okay.
Crossy?
I have nothing to say about Hatsuharu.
That's surprising.
Absolutely nothing? Okay.
Yeah.
You mean he's practically a wild child
But
himself?
Moo.
God damn
Moo.
it.
Time to sing for my supper! With my rice, I like to have some cow, cow, cow.
There.
Okay,
There you
here's
go.
my honest opinion of Hatsuharu. Initially, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? But when I saw his personality, I'm like, okay, so he's got some issues. But at least, I'm gonna be honest, and you can't fault me for saying this, Hatsuharu reminds me very vividly of Justin.
Oh, hey.
Especially with his personality and temperament. Like, he legit reminds me of Justin. Like, especially and I'm gonna be honest, Justin, with your personality, you remind me more of Black Haru than the normal Haru.
Owie.
Cause let's be fair, Hatsuharu says he'll say some of the most perverted shit for no reason when he's in his triggered mode. While Justin says as a default. I'm sorry,
right.
Justin, but it's true.
A little more on his black side. He actually gave birth to this personality because of the ox being used as the rat's ride to be able to have the rat arrive first. The family bullied him a lot, and they always, picked on him like, you're stupid because you're the ox and you let the rat ride on you and let him get to the festival first, and you're this and you're that, and that's what got him to get that bad temperament. And the moment he actually met Yuki and completely broke out on him, Yuki was rather calm, and he's like, oh wow, really? You think you're stupid, but are you really stupid? And then Hatsuharu's just like, no, I'm not stupid. And then after that, Hatsuharu saw you know that he realized this huge mental trap and actually grew to love Yuki because of this. Because Yuki was nothing like everyone else talked about. Like, he was expecting him to be like, yeah, you're stupid because I'm the rat and you're the fucking ox. But no, in reality, he's just like, no, you're not stupid. And therefore, the birth of Black Haru and Hatsuharu's first love.
Yay, gay love.
Anyways, you sure you don't have anything to say about Hatsuharu at all, Croxy?
Moo. That's it. Just
All right.
plain moo.
All right, from black and white, we descend to only white. To the young, long, silvery, Sephiroth-like man that is the snake of the Chinese zodiac, Ayame Soma. Ayame is actually the older brother of Yuki Soma. He is vivacious, flamboyant. He is so fucking selfish at time and so overly confident, and he has this fucking knack that just drives Yuki and Kyo insane. Like, they cannot stand
Not
him.
just them.
Oh, Lucky Kyo, I heard you were staying here.
I told you before, stop calling me that!
Lucky Kyo, you haven't changed.
I said stop!
It's been too long.
But also to an extent, Hattori, though.
That
Ironically,
is
Hattori
true.
can actually keep him in check.
You don't want to mess with Hatori, simple enough.
Yep. And
Yeah,
this gift sums up Ayame beautifully, unfortunately.
Yeah, compared to all of the characters that I've mentioned, Ayame is the most like lively one. Like, he can start a party anywhere he goes if, you're not annoyed by him and his freaking boasting self-confidence. He can start a party anywhere.
Let's be honest, Ayame literally oozes self-confidence just by waking
Mhm.
up in the morning.
He other than being the snake of the Chinese zodiac, he also runs a shop and he sells custom made dresses, made costumes, and you name it, he'll make it for you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He calls it his shop of fantasy or something. I forgot.
His shop for, I think, male fantasies or something like that. I
Yeah,
don't
shop for
remember
male
the
fantasies.
full
Mhm.
thing, but
Yeah, more like
needless to say, Ayame is one hell of a character in his own right.
You freaking Ayame has the most outrageous personality out of everyone in the
And
Chinese
let's
zodiac.
not forget how he basically he's not afraid to admit, he's very confident in himself. He gives the impression he is extremely comfortable in his skin as a person.
It
Hell,
wasn't always like that.
yeah, granted, during their childhood years, he was very distant to Yuki, though this was largely blamed on the abuse from the Soma clan as a whole.
That is true. One more thing that I forgot to add about Yuki. Yuki was actually sold to Akito, which we will later go to. Yuki was sold to Akito for in exchange for status and money. And since Yuki was sold off, Ayame was basically told to ignore Yuki because he was no longer part of the family. Like, he was sold off.
And I find it extremely funny who voiced Ayame Soma, to be honest.
Oh dear Lord, Christopher Sabat.
Yep.
The voice of Vegeta himself.
Yeah, for anyone in the audience, if that threw you for a loop, we're not sorry.
Isn't he also the voice of Zarbon or something?
I think so, yeah.
Well, that explains Ayame's voice then. So it just looks like though, I'll be honest, Ayame just looks like a lankier version of Pegasus.
You know what? You wouldn't be far off either.
So I have to say, I think the best thing about Ayame is his interactions with Shigure.
Well, Shigure and to an extent Hattori. Because as much as Hattori does keep him in check, there is a certain amount of shit that Hattori surprisingly lets him get away with.
One more fun fact.
Hmm.
Ayame's typical super annoying character can only be calmed down by Hatori.
Yep.
If you want him to shut up, you better call Hatori, or else he's not gonna stop.
Well, to be fair, again, Hattori has a sixth sense about when Ayame's causing shit, so
He's at bottom all the way.
he's a Tori's bottom apparently.
All right, I think I am done explaining Ayame. Thoughts?
I honestly thought he was just a random flamboyant gay man when I first saw him.
Funny you mention that. I actually have to look
Flamboyant
this up.
Vegeta.
I actually have to look this up to be certain. Ayame is straight, just extremely like flamboyant as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Because according to the manga, he is married with 2 kids.
Yeah, he is married with 2 kids. He actually married his seamstress, Mine Kuramai.
Mm-hmm. And he has 2 kids, Hibika and Shizuru Soma.
Mm-hmm.
But that's manga. That's mostly manga related. What's funny though is, ironically, what I read on the kids, his son is incredibly foul mouthed as hell. His mom, his son has as much a foul mouth as Kyo does.
My God. I think Ayame and Tengen will get along very well.
Oh my God. Imagine putting Tengen and Ayame in the same room.
They will not shut up.
Sounds flamboyant. I love it.
Yes.
He's like, oh my God, I will make all of these cute dresses for your wives.
You should make them flashy as well.
Yeah, nah, if you put those 2 in a room, they will not shut up.
Yeah, then at that point, I'm not sure if even Hatori could keep them in line.
I was like, oh my God, Hatori, I found this really cool flashy man, and he has like 3 wives, and I'm gonna make dresses for all of them. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh my God. No, and the worst part is, if you think about it, Shigure would just antagonize it. Let's be fair.
Oh my God, and Shigure's just like, yeah, keep talking. Blah, blah, blah.
He'd just make it worse. Just to troll Hatori, he'd make it worse. But enough about that. Crossy, your impression on Ayame?
Flamboyant Vegeta. He is like he deserves more screen time.
Yeah, that's kind of.
He does get a lot of screen time in the remake, thankfully, for his sake.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I found Ayame to be a very comical character. I have to say it. He is extremely comical. Because you can tell that when he's just being like, kind of a smartass, or kind of being like a fucking tease to people, he's doing it just to mess with their heads and get rid of whatever the hell's bothering them. He's the type of flamboyant that lightens the mood and at the same time triggers the shit out of them. And at the same time, when he's being serious, you need to shut up and listen, because he's trying to be direct. He literally the way he usually gives his impression, he's like, he commands the room the moment he walks in. But he's like one extreme of confidence, to the point where you could almost call him an arrogant jackass. But again, that reminds me, if I remember correctly from the original series, didn't Ayame admit to one time where he somehow he pulled some really bullshit story about being from a royal family to avoid getting a haircut?
Oh yeah, I fucking can't with this guy. Yes, he did.
Just, the worst part is, not only did he get away with it, but the principal laid off of him for the entirety of his high school years because of it.
But I still have more to tell you about Condor.
No, it's fine. Your hair is fine.
He's like, you have to get your hair cut. I approved of the color, but not the hair. I have it cut by tomorrow. And then Ayame started monologuing about gods and how he's from a royal family and that it's part of his heritage that he keep his hair long. And if he cut it, it'd be bad. And then he just kept blabbing on and on. And the principal's just like, okay, sure, yeah, whatever. Just your hair is fine.
If you want to talk about let's talk about that mishap at the field trip type shit.
Oh, we're not going to talk about the red light district shit.
Hell no.
His peers were about to get suspended, but Ayame somehow found a way around that.
He pulled,
and he's like, why?
stupidly flamboyant shit, and it was so completely out of like it was so completely out there. The teachers had literally no choice but to let the students off because of how goddamn confused and disturbed they were by Ayame's bullshit. It was, oh god. What do you say about Ayame other than extreme confidence incarnate? Oh
Ay,
god.
ay, ay. Okay, thoughts?
He's alright. That's all I
Yep.
gotta say.
Yep. I agree.